Automatic. Face centered. Speech off.
Hi guys. It's Taco Tuesday. Frozen Drinks Tuesday. Honestly guys, like, if I found a place that made, like, it's like out here, I find a place that I love one thing and then I still have to go other places for other things. Like, I found a place I love the tacos, then I found a place where I love the frozen drinks, and then, like, I don't eat chicken, but if I found a place that made some tequila lime wings that I absolutely love, and I actually had picked up a package from Costco, this is like 7 years ago, and baked them at home, and it was delicious. So it's like, if I could find a place that I could get all that done, and it's a rooftop open bar type, poolside patio type situation, I would be there probably every Tuesday and maybe another day too, maybe Friday as well. Have like a little happy hour situation. So guys, this of course is going to be a chit chat, get ready for bed with me. Gotta take this hair down. It's like I'm more motivated when I'm chit chatting with you guys to comb my hair than to just come in here and just do it on my own. So that's just that on that. I pray you guys had a lovely weekend. I got these nails done. If you want to see up close and personal, check out my shorts videos. And now I found a related video link, so when I do shorts now, I tag the related video, because all my shorts are clips out of the full videos. So it's designed to get you to go over there, or if you wanted to see more, then you could go to the video. So I'm super loving that. I found also a caption link now. So instead of my videos, shorts saying the date anymore, now I have titles again. So I'm super loving that. Guys, I left my hair in a ponytail in the bonnet for so long. I'm not sure if I have breakage, but it seems like to me I have breakage from leaving my hair. So that's why I'm doing the 2 cornrows. So let's get into these mosquitoes and ghost ants. You guys, I have bites everywhere. I'm spraying liquid rubbing alcohol. I'm spraying mosquito repellent, insect repellent, off, aerosols. I mean, I have a bug zapper. So one of my friends, Caribbean friends, told me yesterday to use aloe vera. And I was like, praise the Lord, I happen to have some, because I've been trying and testing out all different products for the best sun protection, as well as a barrier from these insects. Guys, literally, when my friend said get some aloe vera, they don't like it. I just got bit. Mind you, it's in the wee hours of the morning, okay? This video will probably go up at like 2, 3 in the morning. I got bit on my ankle, on the left inside ankle. I'm like, I've had it. It's like, if you sit down still anywhere, inside or outside, you're gonna get tore up. And it's never a day. It's not like I can count on the fall in a minute. It's gonna get cold. They're gonna die off. I can't count on any of that. It's between 85 and 93 degrees 24 hours a day. So blessed, let me say. I love that I love that I can go outside, wear my flip-flops, tank tops every single day, shorts, dresses. I love, like, that's me all day. But the mosquito community, the ghost ants, they're disrespectful, they're aggressive, and they just don't respect boundaries. Guys, it feels so good, me like pulling in my head. So I got this aloe vera from Target. I want to say this bottle was like $5 at the most, and I had it in my bottom drawer because whenever Target has their sales, they'll have like skincare sale, body care, hair care, like personal items, all that. And so I had this. So as soon as I got that last bite, I'm like, I am done. So I put some on, and I haven't felt not a single mosquito, and I'm really excited. So your girl may be aloe vera for life. I do notice when I take my bath, because I use so many salt scrubs, Dr. Teal's and essential oils, it keeps them away for a good while. But they tend to not like that. I put the coconut oil on my whole body, face, and everything, and then I put my eye creams on. They follow me around. It's like they like my closet. For some reason, they like my closet and like right under my bed, around my bed, and then they like this chair that I have in the living room. So I'm always like, when I first come home, because they fly in as soon as I open the door, slam the door real fast, and they fly in anyway. And like when I'm at the door opening it, I'll like twirl around to try to just get them to back up. And I can't see them. I'm just living life by faith. And then I try to just open the door real fast, slowly, and they still get in. And then I have to start spraying, and basically walking them to the bug zapper. Shout out to Patrick for sending me a bug zapper. I had no idea there was a such thing, okay? And once I start spraying, I'll spray around that chair, and then they'll start slowly but surely flying to the bug zapper and dying. But that's after they've been in here. Like I said, if I keep spraying consistently, or like, because sometimes I'll just want to come in and just take a shower right now, because it's just hot. I've been in and out of different cars, like, so I just want to take that shower. And then I'll come out and start spraying, which doesn't work. That's a disadvantage, because like I said, I go in my closet and start getting dressed and start putting on my skincare and all that. You know, I'll come out the shower, come in here, put my coconut oils on, all that. One thing that I want to start doing too is styling my hair before I get in the shower. But I don't do it because I don't use a shower cap. Now, isn't this interesting? Since I moved out here, I do not use a shower cap, guys. And it feels so good. When I take my shower, I don't use a shower cap. And I enjoy it. Like, it feels like misting. And it doesn't affect my hair. Like, my hair is still gonna look however it looks. I do know I have a problem with wearing a bonnet too long around the house. I've noticed my head doesn't like it. It's not getting enough oxygen. So I work on that. I don't know if y'all can know. Let me see something. What bottle is this? Oh, this is the Bath and Body oil blend. I told you guys before, I'm not buying this again. This Bath and Body oil is so liquidy. Like, I want a certain amount of thickness with my oil. And it smells good, but it is so liquidy. I get this Shea Moisture one, and I prefer to have it in the jar. Here's the jar, and I use this on my body. because when you use the one that's a jar, if you're used to using coconut oil, then you know it hardens. That's how you know it's a cleanser, because it comes off like a consistency of a bar of soap. But when you use it, like for me, when I use it, I massage it into my body. Like anywhere I'm putting my body oils, I'm like massaging it into the skin. And you can feel, especially when it comes to your face, you know, your face is taking like all the heat, all the elements all day long. Like that's the one part of your body that's not getting out of, you know, anything. So I really take my time with my face, and I'll just rub this oil and I go all across my hairline, because it cleans, it pulls all that. I mean, if you think about it, you're always putting stuff in your hair. Things are flying in your hair. And so I'll just literally take the oil and I put it in every part of my face. My eyebrows. I have a facial roller too. I'm going to show you guys. But the thing I love about using this coconut oil, if you have any dead skin on your face, because I also use cleansers. I use that Clean and Clear I showed y'all the last time. And if my eyes are irritating me, I will rub some of this coconut oil under my eyes, but I also use a Dior eye cream that is so soothing and it feels so good. But I got my facial roller and my eye roller from Sephora, and that's one reason why I try to keep my nails short, because when I'm going under my eyes, around my eyes, it's easy to cut yourself, and I've done that plenty of times. But as you can see, I'm rubbing every crevice of my face. Every part of my face is getting addressed. My ears, behind my ears, all down my hairline. I'm tracing, okay? And then I'll go under my chin. And you see how a little goes a long way? I spread that across my entire face. And then I'll just and there's not that much oil left, by the way. I have to get another bottle. They'll have this Shea Moisture on sale. And these doggone mosquitoes and the ghost ants, I mean, they fly in my face, in my eyelashes. I'm like, what is your name? It's almost like a date. Like, you know what? What is your name? If we're gonna be all up into each other like this, if you're just gonna be confrontationally in love with me, can I at least know your name, Mr. Mosquito, Mr. Ghost Ant? Anyway, so I put the oil over my entire body. Now, some people will be like, "Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to put oil over my entire body. I'm already oily." Well, the good news is coconut oil is a cleanser. So you can rub it all over yourself and it will not respond the way other oils do, because it's literally designed to clean the skin. So like, you see how I'm rubbing around my eye? Now, estheticians and makeup professionals will tell you to use your ring finger and to always massage in an upward motion to keep from wrinkles and to keep the skin tight, because they say the eye muscles are very fragile. But I'ma disagree. I would say that your eye muscles are very strong because they're holding everything into place. Now, with that being said, I would say when it comes to your face, I mean, you definitely want to take your time. You definitely want to have clean fingers, right? And all that. And I still follow those rules, like, and this is how you keep beautiful skin. In the daytime, I may choose to go with an olive oil. Like, this is what I do at night. And then I wash my face in the morning with cool, cold water. And then I may choose to put an olive oil. Now, I like water-based moisturizers. And right now, I don't have a favorite. I like creams for my hair. And I do like, and one thing I like to do that I'm probably going to do with you guys right now, I like to put cream in my scalp to hydrate not only my scalp but my roots. And then I like to put the oil in the length of my hair. And I just used this PM spray by Fantasia. That's what you guys saw me spraying in my hair a minute ago. And like I told you guys before, I use Maui. This is my favorite right now. Maui and Shea Moisture pretty much are my go-tos. They're very consistent. It works, it's hydrating, and I like that it gives my hair a nice shine, and I don't have to keep going back to it. Like, it's gonna cover me all day. But I'm going to have, for me, I have to rehydrate every single day. And so I'm working on that, and I have to consciously, like, I have to make it a to-do. Like, drinking water, I have to put waters by my bed. I have to make myself, like, drink the water, drink 2 bottles right now. Like, drink some tea, drink something. All day I'm constantly, you know, making myself drink. So this is what I'm getting ready to, if y'all can see in there, I'm getting ready to put some of this, like, in the roots. For me, because literally I have new growth every day, and I can feel, and to me, I honestly, even though I don't want this to be happening, I honestly feel like these ghost ants, they will fly from my eyelashes to the root of my hair. So I keep a comb with me all day long, and I'm constantly, one side of my comb is like it's like a tail, like a metal tail, and I'm constantly pushing that in through the roots of my hair, and then taking the comb part and combing through, because I don't want any friends. No, I don't want nobody setting up shop in my head. And it can happen. Like, people say, oh, black girls can't get lice, and we can't get craters. I mean, they say all kind of stuff that we can't get, and that's just not true. Even with the thousands of products we're using, guys, I have really gotten into hair perfume. Like, if you like the Delina fragrance, they have it's a hair and body spray. But I've been getting into them, guys. Like, I'm gonna finish putting some of this, but I want to show you guys this facial and eye roller real quick before I forget, because I will forget. Like, I'm good for that. Cause like when I watch my videos sometimes, cause I'll watch them myself afterwards, and then I'll start saying something, and then I'll stop and I'll be like, dang, what was I getting ready to say? Or wow, I didn't finish my thought on, and I'll be feeling like, ooh, I can feel it firsthand how you guys feel. Hold on. I'm still rocking that watermelon lip scrub, guys. That is an OG by Tree Hut. Tree Hut does their thing. I love their body scrubs. Okay, here's one of my rollers that I was telling y'all about a minute ago. Here's one of my rollers, okay? Let me see. Okay, here it is. And look how cute is it. If you go to Sephora.com or open up your Ship app and you can select Sephora as a store. Here, let me take this off. Literally, you will see it. Just put facial roller, eye roller. They have all of them. I have all of them. I have a travel one. This is considered a travel size, but this is an eye roller. And I had, in my life, I've had several head traumas. I ran into a tree and completely plugged the middle of my face. You can't even tell. You cannot even tell. I ran into a pole. I ran face first into a table. I have slipped and fell and split my head open up here in the corner of a speaker. I have ran my face into the corner of a bookshelf and split my eyebrow open. This face has gone through some things, and you can never look at it. There's not a scar anywhere. I had a huge pimple at the top of my eyebrow 2 years ago that I ripped off, and it turned into I'm gonna call it a zit. It was like coming back for more, and it really had me questioning, like, what am I eating that I have such an aggressive bacteria in my body that me taking it off and using alcohol to kill the skin and move on, and it was just coming back. And it was completely discolored up there, and that's healed. Then I had a zit that came in the middle of my cheek over here. For the longest, people were telling me that I looked like I had been hit in the face, and that's completely healed. And then under my eye, I had like these 3 little dots, and they were like discoloration. And estheticians would tell me, by the way, this feels so good. It's like cool to the touch, but the more you use it, it warms up. And I just roll under my eye. It helps. It's like a part of the baking process when the girls are beating their face. And if you have scar tissue, like when I plugged my face right here running into a tree, I had scar tissue. It was like a little meaty spot right here, and I would literally massage in my face, and it would smooth it out, and then it would come right back. And I would have to massage in my face and the bridge of my nose like 2-3 times a day, and it finally went away. But at the same time, I was using some really good skincare. I was using Nutritive by Estee Lauder, which is like their highest line. And I was using Revitalizing Supreme and Daywear by Estee Lauder. And those products, like me just doing my normal skincare, not even knowing, because I was like praying about it, because I didn't want scars and all that. And the Lord was literally walking me to the counter, was like, try this, try that, use this, use that. And you guys, complete healing. This is better than cosmetic surgery. This is better than, you know, the dermatologist. The results that I get by daily commitment to skincare. And this, like, one time, I don't know what I did. I was probably like scrunching my face. I was probably scrunching my face because I noticed that scar tissue came back up. And I had just got these face rollers because when I put my moisturizer in, I wanted it to just, for some reason, I just wanted to smooth it out. I don't know. And this popped up as a suggestion because Sephora puts their own line of products on sale all the time. And they have everything. And I was like, let me get one of these eye rollers. Oh, I know why. Because I squint a lot. I have to constantly calm my face down, relax my face, press my fingers into my third eye to stop. And I'm always like, ooh, I don't want premature wrinkling. And so I was like, let me get an eye roller so every day I can massage my eyes. And boom. So I wanted to show y'all that. I typically will just wipe the roller off because the coconut oil is a cleanser, and that's what I have on my face. And so then I'll just wipe it off and put it back up. I'll also use an alcohol wipe. But yeah, that's what's going on for the most part. Let me see. It's very warm here, and getting used to it. I would say the worst for me is dealing with the insects. That is the absolute worst. Is figuring out how to get these guys out of here permanently. And I actually have a handyman coming on Thursday, and I'm going to ask him to bring a huge gallon of home defense and spray it all around my door, all around my neighbor's door, like the whole area. And see, I want him to use the entire gallon out there, like all around, down the breezeway. Like as soon as they fly up here, just pass out. That's what I want. So I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you updated, and I'm going to put some more aloe vera all over me when I get finished with this video, and I'll let you guys know how it went. Because even when I go to sleep, they like fly to me. Like it doesn't matter. It takes a while. Like I will have to get up and walk to that bug zapper, and they'll follow me to it, and then they'll go in there. It's crazy. By the time it's time for me to go somewhere else, they'll all be gone, and I'll have a peaceful home again. And then I have to leave and start this up all over again. That's the part I absolutely hate. Like every day, by the time I get rid of them, I gotta leave. And so you gotta open the door to leave, and you gotta open it back to come back in here. And don't let me have to get a delivery. I hate getting deliveries now because that's a third door opening. It's like, oh God. Comment down below, tell me something fun y'all been doing. Some good stuff you've been reading, planning for. Guys, it's August. Literally, it's August. It's Leo season. Leo's in the building. Comment down below if you're a Leo. Like Leo, August 1st is Thursday. So, guys, it's been so many topics, like so many things going on and being said, and so many things being focused on. For me, I want to say this with love. I feel like all of us have a responsibility to identify what we want, what are our goals, our values, and find out how to get it and focus on that. None of us can do anything. We can't make anybody do anything. And the highest source of motivation is actions, and and the results of those actions. That is the highest stimulator, motivator, and transformative process. Like, that's it. Is actions and the result of those actions. Seeing is believing, guys. So, you know, I sit up here and it's like everything comes to me, because I definitely am not online searching for anything. And I mean, beyond my grocery carts and Target cart list, it's like KashDoll. If you guys know KashDoll, I was introduced to KashDoll because there's an artist named Dreezy, and they have a song called Chanel Slides, and that song might be 7 years old. I don't even know, but she's on that song, and you know, she's out of Detroit. She's been an influencer, had a YouTube channel, blogger, what have you. And she started a very public relationship, serious relationship, I guess about 3 years ago during the pandemic. And literally, she became a mom of 2 in the last 2 years. You know, before that, she was single, no children. So, in my mind, I was thinking she's known the guy, because I haven't, remember, I don't follow anybody like play for play, like I'm on her page, whatever, no, right? So I was thinking, based off of her music and the persona, like what she says when I do come across her, is that she had known this guy for a while. I thought they were locked in, like married, you know, because a lot of times I just think that the celebrities, they're married, like they are living their personal lives privately, and we see what we see. But those are my thoughts. So now she's going through a very public breakup, and she has, you know, a newborn. Like, their son can't be more than 2, getting ready to be 3, and their baby is very much baby. So, you know, she's getting on live and everything, and people are like, I'm so sorry for your breakup, and pretty much boo-hooing for her, because they're like, you went from being a single woman, no children, to now being somebody's baby mama. So the other day she made a statement like, it's really no difference. I'm, you know, in my 30s. I'm not about to sit around waiting on a piece of paper to have my family. You know, it is what it is. These guys are gonna do what they do with or without the paper. The only difference is it's just more difficult to move on when you have the paperwork. She's like, my family is my family. You know, I don't care about that. I'm rich, right? And then she's like, would y'all please stop making these comments like, oh my God, we're so sorry. You know, she's like, I'm good. So I'm like, okay, well, how old is she? So I guess, I don't know, she said 32 and then she said 35. And I don't know if she was just throwing up numbers just to make her point. But she's definitely in her 30s. This feels so good when you put this cream in your part. Ooh, it feels so good. And so, like I said, she's on there like, you know, saying what she say, and, you know, 10 toes down. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know what he did, you know, Like, we don't know. But it is sad, you know. It is sad, you know, that they're not together and they have 2 small children, and we want to see her win. Really and truly, we want to see Black families win. We want to see them stick in there together. We're tired of the whole having kids and breaking up and figuring it out once you have the children. We're sick of that. So, I don't know. You know, I hate it for her too, because her mindset was just like, she's very much sold on the idea that it doesn't matter, so I might as well just have my kids. Like, she is sold on that. It doesn't matter, so let me just have my kids because I'm getting older and I just want to have my kids. That's cool. And she's like, forget child support, I'm rich. You know, he's gonna do what he needs to do, whatever, I don't care. I'm rich. I'm like, that's interesting. I mean, that's an interesting statement. I don't know I don't know the man's financial position, nothing, you know. From what I've seen, I thought he bought her a Rolls Royce at one point. You know, he's been very generous and consistent. Like I said, I don't know. So it's like, you know, I don't see why he couldn't be a great dad or choose, you know, whatever. I just feel like, you know, to be a single mom is a nightmare. And to make babies with a man that's not your husband is a nightmare. It really is. And I don't recommend it. Now, if she was in her 40s making moves like that, if she was in her 40s, late 40s, and she met this man, whatever, and she went on and had some kids, and she never had kids, and she was on here like, oh, well, I don't care, I probably would support it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'd be like, you know what, fine. She wanted to have babies, and she felt like he was the best candidate she came by so far. And so she hoped for the best. I don't know. She's running out of time. Fine, I guess. But I still advocate for, you know, let's have the full thing. Let's you know, and I know a lot of people will say, no, you know, she did the right thing for her, had her kids, and you can't, I mean, you could do all that and still doesn't work out, and no, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I understand. I do understand what y'all are saying. But for me, it's like your 20s and your 20, like from 18 to 28, what you do between 18 and 28 is going to determine your life. It is really and truly going to shape your 30s and your 40s. And I did a video on what you should be doing in your 20s, how to level up after 40s and 50s, and what your life. I did several videos on that topic, and I think that was probably like 2 years ago as well. And I just talked about how your 18 through 28, early 30s, those are the years that you have the most energy and the most support. You have the most options. You're at your highest producing level of your life. And if you make good decisions, make good career choices, settle in, be consistent, you will reap the benefit of it in your 30s, and you will continue leveling up so that when you get in your 40s, you're comfortable. You can see your money, you know what I'm saying? And you can make moves accordingly. You know, you make good decisions while you're 18, 20, 21, 23. When you're in your 30s, you can see your money. You know, you should have already bought a home, some property. You should have CDs, retirement products, you know, Roth, an IRA. You should have things concreted and building and doing very well, right? So that by the time you're in your mid 40s, you sitting on $500,000. You know, you have a house, a home, $1 million home. You have equity. You have 800 something. You've been having 800 something credit scores. You're negotiating your interest rates. You're no longer shopping for a good deal. You're shopping through the good deals that people offer you every day. So you're turning down, you know, because you've done the work. And that includes the partner that you have. You have to be equally yoked. That's why I'm always saying, get to know yourself. Get to know yourself, love yourself, so that you can have a camaraderie, have that matched energy, that matched benefit. Of course, I'm using my blue magic. That's just never going away. I think that's the secret to having thick and full edges. A lot of people complain that they have a hard time with thinning hair. Thinning hair and edges. I never have that problem. And the reason why, I mean, I'm a blue magic girl. Tried and true, I'm gonna stick with it for the rest of my life. And of course, I don't do wigs and weaves. Even when I have braids in my hair, I don't add extra hair. Even though it's tempting, it is quite tempting to go head on and add a little bit of hair. Just so you can have that length, and it kind of like keeps the style longer. And then like for me, I always want color. Like I'll want a little strawberry blonde in my hair, or honey blonde. I'll want like several shades of brown, like honey blonde with some caramel, and then like a dark milk chocolate and mocha brown. I would love to have a package where I did some pretty long braids that go all the way to the bottom of my back, and I had a mixture of those colors in my hair. I might do that for my birthday, and then do like a really cute swimsuit photo shoot. That might happen, because I would love to do it. If I can find somebody that could braid my hair reasonably and not try to rip it out my skull, and I find like a nice quality synthetic braiding hair with those colors in it, it might happen. Because I actually like that idea. And I could just like get the braids like cornrow to the back, but maybe I have like a cute little zigzag or some type of design, so it's not just straight to the back. And then have the braids just super long all the way to the bottom of my back. And because then when it's time to take them out, I could just cut them. I can see where my hair stops when they're braiding it, and then I can just cut them at a certain point. Because I think that would be cute. The only thing about it is just keeping up with it. Because when you wear long braids like that, you got to make sure they don't fall in the toilet, and they don't, like, you have to keep up with the braids. So we'll see, to be continued. I'm still trying to come up with my looks, because I want to do a fly. I want to do such a bomb beach photo shoot for my birthday. I just want, like, every day I want to pop out, have a different outfit, hairstyle. Like, don't be mad even if I wear wigs. Like, my true hairstyle might be my braids, what I just told you guys. But then I may have a day where I wear a purple swimsuit and I have some shade of purple, like a deep purple that looks black, but when the sun hits it, you guys can see that it's purple. And then have like an emerald green or teal, super dark wig that when the sun hits it, you see the color, but it looks black. And then have this bomb emerald green swimming suit. I might do that. I might have all different colors, like for the whole weekend, the Labor Day weekend, because my birthday's on Labor Day this year. So I might go all the way live. And I'm thinking like red. I can have a red day, a white day, an orange day. Or I might have a red and orange day. So it could be like a day look and a night look on one day. Then have like a white and a pink look on another day. And then have my purple day, have my emerald green teal day. And then, what is that? That's 4 days. Didn't I just? I don't know. We're going to see, guys. We're going to see what happens. Because I do want to have some fun. Okay, back to the topic though. Like, we definitely, and I want some new shades. Let me tell y'all that too. I want some Chanel shades for my birthday. Every year I go looking for some Chanel shades and I never pull the trigger. One reason, because sometimes if I find one that I like, I don't like the price, or it's never like 100%, or I forget about them. Like one year I was in Nordstrom in the Perimeter Mall in Dunwoody, Georgia, and they actually had a pair of Chanel frames I really liked, and they were getting ready to have a sale that started like the next day, and then I never went back. I'm like, wow. And I want to say I had some Nordstrom notes, or I was waiting on some Nordstrom notes to populate, and so I could get them. So it's like using a gift card. So, but back to the subject. So, I just really think it's important that you focus on what it is you want. You write it down, get you a journal, get you a planner, get you an agenda, get you a notebook, and you write it down, and then you write down your goals and the process, and you do that every day until you have manifested, you know, exactly what you're looking for, because it's not happening. If you don't do that, this life is so distracting with its curveballs. You literally have to fight for everything. And you have to make sure you're with people that live and breathe like you do, so you don't waste time and energy trying to cultivate or wait for that aha moment for them to get. Especially we as ladies. You can't change a man, so stop trying. Get with the man that already lives like how you live, or lives how you want to live. So that way he supports your growth. He supports your level up. He supports all that, because it's like, yeah, babe, that's what I'm talking about. Because he's already on that. If you up here trying to wait for this magical moment, that stuff is tiresome. I was listening to this song today by Kim Burrell. She said, I come to you more than I give, right? And she started asking the Lord for forgiveness and talking about how when we're supposed to be praying, you know, we're constantly just asking the Lord for this or that, and we need to surrender. And give him our heart, our mind, our soul. She even said grace and our money, right? Then she started talking about Romans 21 that says we give our bodies as living sacrifices, right? So we know, the believing body of God, we know that we've been bought with a price, and we know that we belong to the Most High God. So it's like, when you meditate on God's word, which is prescribed for those who are going to live his promises of success, right? Then you understand that God is the ultimate provider, protector. And when you say God and you recognize that God is our everything, then you understand we're always going to come to him more. And there's never going to be a time where we've given anything close to what he gives. That's why we honor and respect and praise him all the days of our lives. And that's why the Lord says, seek me, seek ye the kingdom, pray without ceasing. Pursue me, and I'll manifest all the things that you need, want, and desire, as it is aligned with my word. So, you on the Lord's page, he got you. And this entire earth, the heavens, everything is designed to manifest that truth. So it's like women have been misguided and miseducated, thinking they're supposed to try to produce or be in this position of giving. And it really just communicates that you feel unworthy, undeserving, or like you have to do those things to make up for the things that you're missing, right? Like, oh, I need to do this so he can see my value and see what I bring. If you watch Kendra G Singles, that's like my #1 comment about when they're asked, why would a man be lucky to have them? Or what do they want? They all start with a resume. And it's so annoying because it's like, lady, he doesn't care. None of that stuff you said matters to the men. The men want to know about the soft, beautiful things that are you, and the masculine, wonderful things that are him. So when you can tell him, babe, I'm going to appreciate, respect, and admire you for all that you are, for the blessing of having you in my life. It's like a totally different conversation and level of intimacy. This man like, ooh, is that right? Babe, I'm very much going to look forward to us bringing out the best in one another. It's a different conversation when you talk like that, rather than listing your resume like you're in a job interview. Like, well, he's going to be happy, lucky to have me because I have my own money, my own business. I have an MBA. I have, like, that's very much masculine. That's very much giving provider vibes. He doesn't want that. He's the man. He doesn't want, that's not what he's looking for. And the ladies, they get confused with that, mixing it up. Like, what are you saying? He's gonna be good to have you because he got another man? Because he got a man woman? I'm like, okay, maybe we need to break that question down because it's just like weird. So you definitely want to use your time wisely. You definitely want to cut off one-way relationships. If you find that you're the giver in the majority of your relationships, you have to cancel those relationships. And I'm talking about with friends, family, women, and all of that. If you are in a multitude of one-way relationships where you give and deplete of yourself and your resources then you have to cut that off, or you'll be broke. You'll be broke, you'll be alone, because no one comes around. The person that's giving all the time in one-way relationships, no one calls you until they're in trouble. No one thinks of you or invites you to anything because you are the giver. So they don't want to call you because it's like, oh, we going out doing this. Well, how you doing all that? And every time I talk to you, you in trouble, you this, you that, right? So of course they don't want to bring you along with the good days because they need you to constantly view them as, you know, this person that needs your help. So if you cut all that stuff off and sit down with yourself and get comfortable with who you are, accept yourself, and figure out what works for you. Not what you'll settle for and not what you can get by with, but what is gratification for you, what is desirable, what is fulfilling for you. And then you pursue that relentlessly. And you don't keep people around that are going to pull from your energy or distract you with making statements like, I don't know why you're doing this, and this isn't a good idea, or oh my God, I couldn't dare go to college and spend all this money, and wow, you still in school, or whatever you're doing, whatever the project is. I remember I had a cousin. When I go to the airport, guys, I have a very nice outfit on, and I might wear heels depending on where I'm landing, or I have my heels in my bag and I have some very nice sandals on, and then right before I'm about to get off the plane, I'll put my heels on, because presentation is everything. Now, with me being that way, I have gotten upgraded so many times. I haven't had to pay for bags. I don't pretty much get bothered too much. It just depends. And I can always tell when I don't take time with myself and I rush, I have a different experience than when I look really nice, smell really good, and polished, and pull up like that. Well, I had this one cousin, because we were going out of town together for the first time, and me and my girls, you know, whenever we've gone out of town, we coming out the mall looking like, oh, OMG. So, I mean, out the airport. So, she sees me, and my one cousin that was picking us up, he was like, okay, come on. He was inspired and motivated and like, yes, let's go pull up, let's go eat, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Whereas the other cousin, she came out the airport with a basic t-shirt. I think it was a family reunion t-shirt, some basic shorts, tennis shoes. She looked like she was probably about 15 years old. And she's like, oh my God, don't tell me you one of these girls that dress up at the airport and just be doing the most and blah, 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 right? So he just kind of side-eyed her like, and it's amazing, like the better you look, people will come to your defense. You won't even have to say anything. They will come to your defense like, excuse me, she looks great. Like, why are you talking to her like they'll put the person in check. And he just side-eyed her and was really catering to me. And the trip was like that. The whole trip was just like that. The more that I showed up and looked good and looked my best, you know, the better treatment I found. And that's been a blessing, okay? So what I'm saying is, when you're out here, and that's a lesson that transcends through every experience. It's not just, oh, when you're at the airport, do this. It's like, no. When you're meeting someone, hold on guys. I'm trying to find my comb. Oh, here it is. when you're meeting someone that you want a relationship with, whatever that relationship is, dress the part and look like you came to get it. So if you're looking for a husband, show up looking like the girl of his dreams, the wife. Not the video vixen of his dreams, not the homie lover friend, not the just for the moment. Show up looking like the part you came to get. And know what it is you want, your standards, your boundaries, and don't be afraid to share that, or don't be afraid to vet for that and listen for those key words and terms to align yourself and recognize, okay, what this is really going to be about. And that's the same thing for job interviews. Go to the interview knowing what you're looking for, already knowing what the max pay is for the position, what benefits you need, what you want to happen in 12 months. Or come in there as equally curious and interviewing them like, is this going to be a match? Don't go in there like, I just need a job, whatever they say, I don't care. That's exactly how you'll be treated. They will lowball you. Once they locate that you haven't done any investigation, you don't have any standards, guidelines, boundaries, wants, needs, desires, they're going to treat you accordingly. Okay, great, we can pay this person minimum wage. We can pay this person $12 an hour. We can pay this person whatever we want. We don't even have to give them a raise, because they didn't even ask. They don't even know when we're going to, what shifts are available, so we can just put them on whatever shift we want. It's the same concept. So if you don't want to be lost in the cycle of oh my God, and I mean oh my God as in a nightmare, then spend time getting to know yourself, accepting yourself, and creating the life that you want, which requires consistency, diligence, and peace. It requires, you are the sum of the 5 people. You are the average of the sum of the 5 people you are in contact with the most. So if the 5 people you talk to deal with a socialize with, text, what have you, if those 5 people are minimum wage earners, that's your circle. That's you. And it'll be very hard. It's not impossible, but it'll be very difficult to come up when everybody you know only makes $12 an hour, $14 an hour. If everybody you know, they don't have a college education. If everybody you know is just they're at home with their parents, they really not doing nothing, they don't have anything. If everybody you know, these 5 main hitters, they're not in a relationship, they're constant, like all that is going to be very difficult, because the backlash that you get when you try to come up, when you start moving differently, it's a backlash, because most people do not have the energy to do anything more than what they're doing. And then when you're doing something greater, they're going to be questioning it and putting it down, because it highlights their low vibrational energy. It highlights what they're not doing, what they're not achieving, what they're not pushing themselves to happen, right? So, I don't know. I just feel like it's not even a feeling. It's reality, and it's proven itself. You spend 18 to 28, you protect that decade right there, and you get yours, whatever that's looking like. If you're going to get a degree, a certification, a license, management training. If I did not want to go to college, I would encourage a person to find any position where they can become a manager as soon as possible. I say take any job, whether that's at CVS, Burger King, anywhere where you can become a manager very quickly, where they're looking for shift leads or managers very quickly. Costco, like Sam's Club, Walmart, those are places you can become a manager as shift lead very quickly. At the mall, that's another great place. They're always looking for managers and shift leads at the mall. Forever 21, all that stuff. I would say Do that position, get your management training, and even if it doesn't last long, and then keep taking positions that you stay at that elevation of management. When you finish acquiring a couple years of management, you're in the $20 an hour, $25 an hour, then that's when you go for the management positions, and you keep elevating where you know, okay, if I work at Walmart and come in as an interim manager, I'm going to become an assistant manager, then I'm going to become a store manager, I'm going to become a director. Like, map it out, whatever you're trying to do. If you don't want to go to college, but you need something that's going to give you $70,000 a year, then you probably need to work at the hospital, or you probably need to work within the court system, because you could become a public defender or a recorder or a paralegal, and those are on-the-job training positions that give you access to higher vibrational conversations, persons, also access to more income. So you can get $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 a year in those positions, because they're not at the hospital. They have so many departments that do not require a certification or certain education, because they do on-the-job training and they do licensing and certification within the organization. So all I'm saying to you all is, if you mismanage your 20s, you will be in a lot of trouble in your 30s and 40s. And if you mismanage your 30s and your 40s, you pretty much will be working until your 70s. You may die before you ever get to your 70s, or you may die working. So you may still be working part-time in your 70s and 80s if you mismanage your 30s and your 40s. Also, you're working against energy, because once you get into your 40s, you are tired and your mind is not the same. So to try to go back to college, to try to go and get licenses and certifications, to try to put yourself out there, it's like you have to pick. You don't have the same energy that you have, the tenacity, you don't have the same fight. And on top of that, as each decade goes on, it's different requirements. We're in the age of AI now. These platforms are not even the same platforms anymore. So now, on top of you trying to go back to school or do these training programs, now you got to learn software, you got to learn databases, you have to understand the meta universe. Like, you have to understand so many things now to compete. And so it's not even just go back to school and come to class and take a test. Now, so definitely, I feel like that's another, to bring it full circle, because I'm about to get off of here. Here goes my braids, you guys know. I've been wanting to do these chit chats with y'all just to kind of like fill in the gaps of the vlogs. But to bring it full circle, I feel like that's another reason why everyone is so heartbroken over KashDoll's breakup, and just period. I'm just highlighting her because that's a current, and that's a current topic and a large figure, right? And I feel like everyone is so heartbroken for her, because it's like, girl, you're in your 30s and this is going on. Like, you waited all the way till 32, 35 years young to have children. You could have really waited than to be breaking up and be a single mother, a rich single mother. Like, over time, period, is never a good look. It doesn't matter what your economic background is. The power and the wealth is in the unity, in staying together, in the dynamic of husband, wife, children. That is the power. That is the legacy. That is the wealth transfer. That is security. So it's like, you are, like, you're messing up. You're messing up. It's like, I always say, once you make a child with a man, just stay. Unless he's, abusive, beating you, he doesn't work, all this stuff like that. When it comes to your health, jeopardizing your safety and your health, of course, those are, you know, zero tolerance. But once you make a child with a man, it took him to make the child, it will take him to raise the children, and it will take him to identify as well different things and traits about the children that you won't recognize and that you can't govern. There's just things about your children that they will display from his side of the family, and it's something about it, that blood, right? It's in you. And so it took him to conceive the children. It will take him to raise these children and to produce healthy, positive. Is it impossible without the father for the person to be a positive influence and so on? No, it's not impossible. But it does create a huge barrier that these children have to overcome when they don't have father in the home, and father as an active participant in their daily lives. It also normalizes and creates this paradigm where children think fathers are optional, or that this is normal, or that this is a viable solution, and it's not. Like, to be together and to make a family is a daily decision that we're going to get through things. It's not going to be, you know, perfect, but we're going to get through these things and we're going to stay together. So anyway, guys, I don't find, like I said, I don't know the dynamic. I don't know what she's facing. I don't know what happened, but I don't agree. And sometimes, honestly, seriously, we have to create a safe space where men can share how they feel or what happened. Because a lot of times, like, I watched this one thing, and this girl literally had, like, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And she starts saying that her and the father are not a match. They're not on the same page. And he starts changing after the 4th child. I'm like, now, did this man want to have that many children like that? Like, it gives off like you trying to hurry up and lock him in, lock him down, like he's already been displaying certain behaviors. So you're thinking if you make a whole bunch of kids with him, that's going to make him have to commit, make him have to stop being in the streets doing whatever he's doing because he got to help you with these kids. And, you know, it's expensive, and you're trying to absorb all his finances and options, so he doesn't have money to spend on nobody else, so he doesn't have money for himself. He can't just hop up and go out of town because I just had all these babies. It's like, no ma'am and no sir. You know, respect is required, respect is given and received. It's a reciprocal relationship, and if he doesn't want to stay, he doesn't want to stay. And I personally would never have a child for a man that didn't make me his wife. If he doesn't love me enough, if I can't trust him with me, how can I trust him with my seed? No ma'am and no sir. So if this man don't want me enough beyond sex, I don't want it. And I'm not about to jeopardize or play with children as if that's going to sweeten the pot or make him look at things differently. A man is a man is a man. Whoever he is, that's it. He's going to tell you, and he's going to show you who he is, and then it's up to you to make the right decision and to believe it. And so, you know, I feel like that's part of the devastation. Like, girl, you know, you're up and coming, you're popping, you know, you're thriving, you're beautiful. You know, we want you to win out here. We wanted you to have it all. You waited, you know, 30-something, you know, we feel like you're conscious in your decision making, so you're going to get it. You're patient, you're beautiful, it's happening for you, right? And so then it's like, okay, cool. You know, we didn't know. We don't know if it was like a Ashanti Nelly thing, like they been married, they having their baby, boom, they just had their baby. They had us thinking the baby wasn't coming till September, October, because, you know, she's like, she didn't find out till December she was pregnant, late December at that. So it's like, we don't know what you guys are doing as celebrities, what, nor anyone, right? Everybody's relationship is their private business. But when you share, and then that's when it becomes like a topic, and that's when it becomes influential. It either co-signs the notion that, you know, black women make children regardless of the commitment the man that they have between each other, and or, you know, it makes it look like so many things. But the point of it is stay focused, be intentional about your life and what it produces and the timing, because these types of decisions affect you for the rest of your life. Once you make children and people, that's a lifelong commitment and relationship. And so, you know, peace and blessings to the queen. You know, we want her to have the best, her children to have the best. And, you know, is it possible for her to get a husband? Absolutely. She's a young, beautiful person with beautiful children. So it's very possible for her to get a husband right now. I don't know the situation with their dad. You know, it's very possible this man may adopt her children, ride off into this. Look at Sierra. You know, but I will say Sierra's situation, she was in her 20s making those moves, and she recovered very well. And now that she's in her 30s, mother of 4, you know, wife, you know, so that's how you do that. You know what I mean? It's like, be conscious, because every little thing matters. I mean, you could look at a Keisha Kaur. Shout out to the Davises. This woman been with her man for years and years and years. Of course, there's a difference. They already had children individually, so I get to depress, like, I'm in my 30s, no children still, no ring or no option. You know, maybe she's the one, like, I don't think I want to marry you. Let me just keep getting to know you. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to have my kids. Keisha Kaur, she married Gucci, still didn't have any children, went on and enjoyed being married for a few years. And then these last few years, I guess they've been married now, what, 10 years? I think they've been married maybe 7 or 8 years legally, but they've been together, I don't know, 15 years. She just recently made children with him. So she have 2 babies. And I want to say her babies are maybe like 2 and 4 at the most with him. So, you know, she enjoyed, I'm going to say they've been married for 7, 8 years, which would mean 3-4 years of their marriage beyond already having been together for 7 or 10 years. Right? Already been together 7 or 10 years, got legally married, enjoyed the marriage for 3-4 years, then had children. And she's in her 40s. So don't get that twisted. You know, and so I just look at that like lessons learned, things we did in our 20s. You can recover, but you better figure it out in your 30s quickly and 40s, and you better bounce back and capitalize and don't do it again, because otherwise you're gonna suffer. You will suffer. In 50s, 60s, and 70s, you will be out here suffering. Okay, guys, good night. I talked too long. I went off on a tangent. Love me anyway, and we'll see each other very soon. Again, happy what? Happy Taco Tuesday.